577 learners sat for the test in 32,555 centers across the country. Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu has directed KNEC to collaborate with the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development (KICD) and the Teachers Service Commission (TSC) to assist schools in interpreting reports for learners and parents. We now joined live from our city center studios by our reporter Shadrach Miti with more details. Shadrach, thank you so much for joining us. What lies ahead for parents and guardians?
Well, Purity, of course, the release of these results, which is ongoing now, because ordinarily the plan was for the Kenya National Examination Council to upload the results to its portal so that now the relevant school authorities download the results with a view to going through the same so that now it informs so many things. But basically the results have been released in 3 layers. We have the national outlook results, then we have the school-based, and then we have individual-based. What that means is that the Kenya National Examinations will collate the results to give a national outlook, which will then inform key policy reforms and key policy changes and alterations, just to ensure that every necessary intervention required insofar as bettering CBC implementation is acted upon. Then the school-based results again will basically be used by an individual school to look at their performance, so that now again it informs if there are any areas that require intervention, they are acted upon adequately. Then most critically we have the individual learner-based results again, which now will go down to focus on every learner with a view to informing their strengths, their weaknesses, and anything that informs their progress, so that even as now they transition to grade 7, they are well informed. The concerned teachers in those particular schools are well informed of what the learner they are receiving is like. And again, the schools, that's the primary schools again in which they are, that's for grade 6 implementation again, they understand that the next grade, what should be looked at and what should be improved. Remember, prior to the changes in by the Presidential Working Party on Education reforms, the original plan was for every learner to receive what we call a transition report, and that report had to have so many other recommendations, among them to show the strengths, the weaknesses, and the abilities of every learner, so that as they transition to grade 7 or the junior secondary for that matter, the teachers receiving those learners are well guided to see how to guide those learners in every step. Because remember, at the end of junior secondary, then these learners must be properly well grounded to ensure that even as they pick their relevant pathways at senior secondary, they are well guided and well driven based on what they are going to study from grade 7 up to grade 9. But much of what is going to happen in grade 7 all the way to grade 9 will largely be informed by what the assessment was like. And then at the national level again, it will basically be looking at key interventions, maybe in the areas of infrastructure, areas of teacher retooling or teacher retraining, and then again, what is really necessary to make the CBC implementation proper. The same again will move down to schools, so that every school looks at what needs to be done. If they did not have adequate teachers, then they have to look for them. Or if they had uncoordinated delivery of the curriculum designs and the interpretation of the same, again they look at, because KNEC will give a clear and elaborate report indicating and suggesting all manner of implementations and all manner of interventions that